Dear students, in this video today we shall learn about the second chapter of class 10th mathematics, polynomial, in which we shall concentrate upon the major concept that is very essential for you this year, relationship between zeros and coefficients. So what is the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial? You have already learned in your previous class about different types of polynomials: linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial. So if I consider first the linear polynomial, let's take one example. Linear polynomial we can say in general form ax plus b. This is one linear polynomial. And if you want to find the value of 0 for this, then if we take this to be 0, then we have x equal to minus b by a. So minus b by a, this gives the value of 0 of the linear polynomial, right? Now let's move to quadratic polynomial. So general equation of the quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c equal to ax square plus bx plus c. This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. Now, what is the relationship between its zeros and coefficients? You know the coefficients of x square a, coefficient of x is b, and the constant term is c, right? Then if alpha and beta, let alpha and beta be the zeros of this polynomial, then alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta gives you c by a. Okay, this is very important formula you have to remember. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha beta equal to c by a. Let us verify this formula with the help of some examples. Let us take one example, x square minus 4x plus 3. Then if I go for finding its zeros by factorization method, then how we can do this? We can take minus x minus 3x plus 3. That is equal to x whole into x minus 1 minus 3 whole into x minus 1. And this gives you x minus 1 whole into x minus 3. So from this, if x minus 1 is 0, then x equal to 1. If x minus 3 is 0, then x equal to 3. So 1 and 3 are the two zeros of this polynomial. Now, what is alpha plus beta? Here alpha is 1 and beta is 3. So alpha plus beta equal to 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4. And this is equal to minus 4 by 1, right? And value of b here is minus 4. So I can write this as minus b by 1, a equal to 1 here, right? So minus b by a. So we have verified the formula that we have taken, alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Now alpha beta gives you alpha beta equal to 1 into 3, that is equal to 3, that gives you 3 by 1, that is equal to c by a. So we have also verified the second formula, alpha beta equal to c by a. Or we can say that alpha plus beta equal to the coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. This is coefficient of minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square, and this is equal to constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay. Now let's take another example. X square minus 2x minus 15. If I factorize this one, I get x square minus 5x plus 3x minus 15. This gives you x whole into x minus 5 minus 3 whole into plus 3 whole into x minus 5. Implies that x minus 5 whole into x plus 3, right? And from this we get if x minus 5 equal to 0, x equal to 5. If x plus 3 equal to 0, then x equal to 3 or minus 3. It will give you minus 3. So x equal to 5 or x equal to minus 3. Now let's go for verifying the formula alpha plus beta. Now here alpha is 5 and beta is minus 5. So alpha plus beta equal to 5 plus minus 3, that is equal to 2. And you see minus 2 by 1, that is equal to minus b by a. Minus b is minus 2 here and a is 1. So it is minus b by a. And alpha beta equal to 5 into minus 3. Okay, that is minus 15. So it gives you minus 15 by 1, that is equal to c by a. So we have verified the formula once again. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha beta equal to c by a. Now let us learn how to make a quadratic polynomial if we are given the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, if alpha and beta are the zeros of a polynomial, then the polynomial is given by px equal to x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. X square minus alpha plus beta whole into x plus alpha beta. Let's take one example. So find the polynomial whose zeros are 3 and minus 2. Now, what is the polynomial? So px equal to x square minus 3 plus minus 2 into x plus 3 into minus 2. And this will give you x square minus 3 plus minus 2 is 1. So 1x, and this is minus 6, that is equal to x square minus x minus 6. So if we are given the zeros, that means we are given alpha and we are given beta, we are given the zeros. Just put the value of alpha and beta in this formula and you will get the answer and you will get the polynomial. And the polynomial here is x square minus x minus 6. Let's take another example. Find the polynomial in which sum of zeros is 15 and their product is minus 28. Here you see sum is given 15 and product is given minus 28. And sum means what? We are given a value of alpha plus beta. And product means what? We are given the value of alpha beta. Okay. So here alpha plus beta equal to your 15 and alpha beta is given minus 28. So what is the polynomial? Polynomial equal to x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, and this is equal to x square minus 15x plus minus 28. Okay, so here you see sometimes students do one mistake. They think it to be alpha and this to be beta, and they go on adding and multiplying them. There they make the mistake. So before attempting such questions, you read the question well and be confirmed whether the sum of zeros and product is given or the simply. Let's take another example. Find the polynomial if the zeros are 1 by 2 and 1. Okay. Now here we are given the zeros. So alpha is given 1 by 2 and beta is given 1. Okay. So what is the polynomial? So polynomial equal to, here we can multiply k whole into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. Okay. That is equal to k x square minus 1 by 2 plus 1 into x plus 1 by 2 into 1. That is equal to k whole into x square minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2, x plus 1 by 2. Now if I take the value of k to be, suppose we take the value of k to be 2 here, then it will be 2 whole into x square minus 3 by 2 into x plus 1 by 2. That will give you 2x square minus 3x plus 1. Okay. So if there is a fractional number or if there is a rational number, in that case you take the formula to be this and you take one k here, so that k can be any number suitable to you. Here we have the denominator 2. So if I take k equal to 2, then we know that after multiplication the denominators will be removed. So we can take the value of k as per our choice. Okay. So thank you. Meet you again in the next video.